Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode of 100% Joy mini-series. Today we'll be talking about addiction. Addiction is the inability to stop using substance or engaging in behaviors that cause physical or psychological harm. Now, when we talk about addiction, people quickly think about narcotics. It's not just about drugs. It could be alcohol, food. You can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to too much TV. You can be addicted to sex, cigarettes. There's so many things. Whatever it is that when you indulge in, you're obsessed about it. Whatever it is, as long as you indulge in it in a compulsive, obsessive way, it is an addiction. If, for instance, each time you're not happy or you're unhappy, you have to depend on food to feel happy. You call it comfort eating. If you have to drink alcohol to be confident, or you can't live without it, you have to drink it every day to be able to sleep or to be able to relate with other people or to be able to socialize. Now that's an addiction because you're dependent on it for some sort of reward, for something. So addiction is not just about narcotics or drugs. There's so many things we could be addicted to. Some people are addicted to TV. So they call them potato couch. They sit in front of the TV from morning till night, just eating junk and just watching TV. Now that's an addiction. You can't get up to do anything else. You're dependent on that to feel good. You're dependent on it to, get by. It's an addiction. When we come back, let's look at how addictions are formed. Hi, welcome back. Now, if you talk to a psychiatrist or a therapist, they will tell you that addiction is a psychological problem. But how do you get to that point where you begin to suffer that dysfunction? I want to believe that any addiction is a product of disconnection from self. When you lose the connection you have with yourself, your higher self, I believe that is what leads to addiction. Living outside of who we are creates a very deep, dark hole inside of us. It's like a bottomless pit. We keep looking for how to fill it up. This is where addiction comes in at some point in time, because you're looking for solutions to an innate problem on the outside. Because you have not come to terms with the fact that whatever you're dealing with has to do with the fact that you've lost sight of who you are and what your life is meant to be about, you begin to find that comfort, that fulfillment in something else. When we come back, let's talk about how you can overcome your addictions. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Welcome back. So we've talked about what addiction is, why people get addicted to things, and now we're going to talk about how to overcome these addictions. It's tough. A lot of people have gone through therapy, they've gone to rehabs. People have gone through all sorts of 12-step programs that can help them deal with their addictions. But at the end of the day, the successes recorded are not so much. People keep falling back into the same circle. So how can we overcome addiction? I believe that addiction can be overcome when we take care of what the root problem really is, and that is disconnection to self. When you intentionally decide to find yourself and connect with your purpose, that is the reason why you are on earth, what you're meant to do. When you connect with it, I believe that addiction naturally falls away. Because the only reason why you're addicted to something is because it's filling in a space, an emptiness inside of you. And that emptiness exists because you're living a purposeless life. You're living a life that is not fulfilled. You're put on this earth for a reason. You're walking the earth for a reason. When you have not fallen in line with that reason, the emptiness you feel, you begin to fill up with things on the outside as you begin to find external ways to fill up your emptiness. I believe that when you sit down and make a conscious effort to connect with who you really are, not who society tells you to be, you connect with who you really are, find what it is that you love, what you're meant to be doing, what you're passionate about, the things that you're meant to do, start, making a difference, creating an impact in the world that you live in, giving back of yourself to humanity. I believe that addiction naturally just fizzles away because you find so much fulfillment in your purpose that you will not have any need to turn to any other thing for your reward or satisfaction, because living purposefully begins to make you feel fulfilled. That is the only reward you need. The fact that whatever you're doing is impacting people, the fact that people can tell you that what you're doing is blessing them, what you're doing is impacting them, the fact that you see that the service or the product or whatever it is that you're offering is making a difference in people's life, that satisfaction alone is more than any drug you can be on. So you might be out there struggling with some form of addiction. It might not be even any of the addictions that I've mentioned, but you're out there, you're struggling with some form of addiction. The best way out of that addiction is finding yourself and connecting with your purpose, the reason you're walking this earth. Once you do that, every other thing will fall in place. That's all for today. I look forward to having another thought-provoking conversation with you soon. Until then, work on reconnecting with yourself. Bye-bye.